Seeds are very powerful. Yes, seeds are very, very powerful. They might look small, they may look very minute, they may look irrelevant, they may look inconsequential. But believe me, seeds are powerful. Likewise, your seed is very powerful. Your seed is the secret to take you from where you are right now to where you are meant to be. Listen again. Your seed is that vehicle that can take you from where you are right now to where you are actually meant to be. Hi, welcome back once again. So my name is Olatubosun Olajubu, and I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to encourage you. Are you 40 years and over, and you're thinking and asking yourself quite a lot of questions about what is the meaning of life? What can I do with my life? What can I do? What more? How can I grow? How can I achieve more? Then this channel is for you. If you resonate with this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also turn on the notification bell because you don't want to miss any new content from me. So today's weather is really good. It's really bright and sunny, and I'm so happy. I'm so glad we're finally seeing the end of winter. Now we are moving to spring, and very soon, whoop whoop, once again we will be in summer, everywhere warm and shiny. So it's good to be out once again. In the last video, I talked about the power of imagination, the power of creativity. And I mentioned, something that I said we need to do a bit of research on, that why is it that people, as they grow older, they lose their power of imagination? People, as they grow older, they lose the power of creativity. When we were younger, we used to be very creative. We used to be very innovative. We had quite a lot of vivid imagination and so on. But all of a sudden, as we grow older, as reality sets in, as the burden of adulthood sets in, we lose those power of imagination. And then we continue in the rat race. We forget our dreams. We forget our vision. We forget the things that make us who we are. And then we just join the bandwagon and we decide to do things as everyone has been doing it. So we have been so we have been conditioned over our lifetime to do things the certain way, the same way, and to follow certain rules and regulation. Unfortunately, that's the conditioning. So before you can get anything done, before you can create any product, you need to imagine it. You need to create it in your mind first. This microphone and this camera that I'm using for this recording, before it was created, someone envisioned it. Someone had that idea in their mind. So that's why they were able to create it at the end of the day. So, and in the last video, I told you not to lose your power of imagination, your power that makes you you, your power that makes you unique. And that's your power of imagination, and your dream also is very, very valid. So today I'll be talking to you about your seed. And yes, I mean it, your seed. SEED, your seed. Don't eat your seed. Don't eat your seed. When you look at a seed, I'm sure we have all seen orange seeds, tangerine seeds, even yam seeds. For those of us from Africa, we have seen guava seed, we have seen different kind of seed, melon seed, and so on. The seed can be very, very small, but in that small seed, there lies abundance. So you have a seed, I have a seed, everyone has a seed. The only difference is some have more seeds than the others. So in case you don't know, I am a farmer. Yes, I have a farm back home in Nigeria. I also have a greenhouse at the back of my house here in the United Kingdom. Maybe one of these days I will take you through a tour of my greenhouse and show you the little plants I have there. And since we are in spring, it's getting, much warmer now. So I think this is the right time to actually sow. I'm talking about in farming now or in gardening. This is a time to start prepping your seed, and start sowing. So hopefully this season, I hope to plant some watermelon. I have saved some very, very delicious watermelon seeds somewhere. And now it's time for me to bring it out and plant it. So hopefully in the next few months, I'll be harvesting some very juicy watermelon. So the seed could be very, very small. It could be very inconsequential, but they are very powerful. If you take time to nurture them, you take time to take care of them, water them, look after them, tend them, then you could actually have a very bountiful harvest at the end of the day. And I'm talking about your physical seed, and at the same time your seed now that we're talking about in this video, which is your money. Okay, so in this video, when I'm talking about seed, I'm talking about your money. I'm talking about your earnings. I'm talking about the money that you have. That's what I mean by your seed in this video. So make sure you don't eat all of your seed. Don't eat all of your monies, because you will definitely suffer for it if you eat all your seed. So how can you get seed? So how can you get a seed? Okay, so people get their seeds. So you could get your seed by inheritance. A lot of people get quite a lot of money passed down to them by their parents, by their uncles and aunties, by their grandparents, and so on. So they have this huge sum of money passed down to them by their parents. So from the get-go, from the start of their life, they are wealthy from the start of their life. Yeah. So that's the number one way people get their seed. Number two way people get their seed is they steal it. Yeah, and that's the fact. Some people steal it, they grab it, they run away with it. But we're not talking about that in today's video. And quite a lot of us, majority of us actually fall into the third category. And this is people that work for it. We work for it. We work to earn these seeds. Yes, you and I, we work to earn these seeds. So everyone, to a large extent, will get some seeds, will get some money. But the most important is what you do with those seeds that you have. Are you eating it all, or are you sowing it? Are you growing it? Are you tending to it? Are you nurturing it? That is what will determine who becomes rich and wealthy in the future, and those who are poor. So how you handle your seed right now will determine what you will be, will determine how you will live in the future. So a lot of us earn the seed. Like I said before, we earn the seed. We earn it as salary, as our 9 to 5. We go working 9 to 5 job, some 8 to 6, depending. So we earn the seed in the first place. So we earn it by working for it. So that's one way that we earn the seed, by working. And I believe over 95% of people fall into this category, whereby we have to work for it. But the good news is that you don't have to work forever. You don't have to, do 9 to 5 forever. What you do with the little that you earn from your 9 to 5 now will determine how you are going to live in the next 10, 15, 20, 25 years, or after your retirement. So what you do with that seed right now will determine how you live in the next 10, 15, 20 years of your life. So that's why you need to be sure you're doing something absolutely good with what you have. It's very, very important. Seeds have the power to multiply. So that seed that you earn as a salary, it has the power to multiply. It has the power to become bigger. It has the power to reproduce itself. But if you eat it all, it does not get multiplied in your stomach. So that's why you shouldn't eat all your seed. Make sure that you're doing something that will bring forth much more fruit and much more seeds for you in the future. So seeds have the power to multiply. They have the power to create themselves, and that little money, that little token that you have, has the power to create itself, has the power to multiply, depending on what you do with it. The thing is that a lot of people will say, "Oh, sorry, I'm not earning a lot. The money I earn from my 9 to 5 is not even sufficient, to cater for me and my needs." Let me shock you. If you are to double your salary today, your needs or your want will also increase to the level of your salary. That's just the fact. The more you earn, the more you spend. But if you have a plan and you put a plan in place, no matter the salary you earn in your 9 to 5 job, you can still sow something. You can still invest something. You can still multiply it at the end of the day. So this is not about how much you earn or how much you don't earn. It's about what you do with that you earn. So personally, I feel, and I think this might be a subject of debate, but I feel every month you should keep aside minimum of 20% of your income. So if you're earning £1,000 a month, you're making sure that you keep at least £200 aside as your seed. So if you earn £1,000 every month, that is £12,000 in a year. So if you're keeping aside £200 every month, that is about £2,400 a year. Yes, and that's something, that's a seed. That is something commensurable that can be used as a seed to start something, to start a business, to invest, to better your life at the end of the day So I recommend that you save or invest on a monthly basis 20% of your earning. And I'm sure a lot of people will say, oh my God, even the 100% is not sufficient for me. So how do you want me to invest 20%? Well, if the 20% is too much for you to start with, you can start with 10%, at least a minimum of 10%. Start with a minimum of 10%. And as time goes by, you can decide to increase to 12, 15, 20% or as much as possible. And don't forget, the reason for this is because we are trying to create a financial secured future for ourselves, for our family, for our children, and if possible, for our generation. So my recommendation is start with 10% and then you can increase that to 20% of your monthly income that is meant to be saved every month. For this lump sum, so what do you do with it? This 20% or 10% that you have put aside every month, you need to find a place to put it so that they multiply. Because if you just put it somewhere, if you just put it in your account, well, your bank will give you a little bit of interest, probably 4%, 5%, a year. But there are better investment vehicles that could give you up to 10 and 12% of your savings, of your savings, of your deposit, every year. They could give you up to 10%. So you could invest in the S&P 500. You could invest in government treasury bills. You could invest in government bonds. You could invest in annuities, and so on. And these could give you up to 10, 12, even some could even give you 15% interest per annum. And when you compound these over a period of 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it becomes a lot of money. And you could use any compound interest calculator that you see online to check. If I invest £200 every month at an average interest rate of 10 to 12%, what will be my compound interest after 10 years? This will shock you how much you will earn after just 10 to 15 years. If you are a high risk taker, you could invest in a business. Why not? You could start a business. You could create a product. You could do a little research. What do people want? What are people buying around me? Or what am I even buying myself that other people around me are also buying? What are the products or services that I can do? What are the services that I can render? What are the products I can create and sell to others? So for you to build a business, you need to be able to build a product that people are willing to pay for, because a product that people are not willing to pay for is useless. No one needs it. So you're not going to get any penny for it. So you need to be able to build a product that people are willing to part their money and pay for. That is a product. Or you need to be able to create a service that people are willing to pay for. So you could create a business, you could start a business, and you could create a product that you could sell to people and they pay you for this product or for your services. So this could be a little bit more riskier, but the good thing about risky businesses is that the more the risk, the more the reward. Yes, once in a while we need to take some risk. You need to take some risk once in a while. You could split your fund. Probably if you have 100% of your fund, you could split it and say, okay, 60% or 70% will go to non-risky endeavors or non-risky instruments, whereas the remaining 40 or 20%, whatever your decision is, can go into much more riskier businesses so that you don't lose, your money, because there is a high chance for you to lose money in very high risk businesses because they're very, very volatile. So this is something that you need to consider. Investing in a business. The other thing that you could do is you could invest with someone. And when I mean invest with someone, I mean you could start a business with someone. If in case you are not able to run the business alone yourself, because a business is actually a very, very big deal. It's a very, very big task. Okay, so there are times you need help of people, you need help of two, three, four, five other people for this business, to succeed. So you could collaborate with a friend, with a family member, with someone who is trustworthy. You could collaborate with them and start a business so that the risk can be evenly spread across the people who are running the business. And the good news is that by the time you have lots of people, two, three, four people working on the same business, the probability for it to fail will even reduce, because this time it's not just only you, but you have a group of people. So the probability of the business failing will definitely reduce, unlike if you are just the only person managing this business itself. So don't be risk averse. Ensure you take some level of risk, calculated risk, in your life. Yeah, because everything about life is actually risky. So don't be risk averse. Make sure that you take some calculated risk. So the message is simple. Don't eat all of your seed, because there is power in your seed. Your seed is powerful. Your seed can multiply. Your seed can give birth to all the big, big things that you need. Your seed can give birth to great things. Your seed can become powerful. It can become awesome. It can become something really, really big in the long term. So that's why you should definitely, not as much as possible, eat all your seed at once. That's just very, very key and very, very important. So that's what I'm trying to share with you today. So don't forget, your seeds are powerful. Your seeds are the future. Your seeds are your future. Don't eat all your future in one go. Ensure you're saving, ensure you're investing, ensure you're preparing for the future. And I wish you all the best. If this video has been helpful, ensure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified when I release more videos. You can also share with your friends who you think needs to hear this. See you some other time and have a blessed day. Bye.